If you've never been to Cardingmill Valley, you're in for a treat. This is a very scenic trail that I can't recommend enough if you've never been there. It's located in the Shropshire Hills area, not far from Shrewsbury, and in the town of Church Stretton. And this trail had scenery to offer that you won't find in many other places in the UK. There were legitimately moments where I felt like I was in Spain. Let me know what you think, and if you're interested in more content like this, don't forget to head over to the channel and subscribe. This is in your back garden. Oh, fancy seeing you here. This is nice. I'm here in Spain right now. It's so barren up here. Immediately warned when we got here. So those were wild ponies. Freaking mountain goat over here. Absolutely gushing. Which one goes where? How'd you know? That is not cool. National Trust. Yeah, it looks like this place gets pretty popular, so. Everyone here seems really friendly. It was actually way better than I expected it to be. That's the feeling I want when I go on one of these hikes. I highly recommend it. Yes, do it. See you in the next one. All right. This is the Cardingmill Valley walk. We were immediately warned when we got here. Well done for getting here early, because apparently yesterday they had to close it at 11 o'clock because there was so much traffic coming in. Yeah, so, and it is pretty busy already. What's it, like 9:30?
Not even 9:30.
Not even 9:30, so. Well, this is nice and snug.
Quite nice.
Okay, this place has a rooftop terrace, which we're going to check out now because it's early and it's quiet and I want to see it. Nice. That is pretty nice. Nice little view, Fo. Take your rubbish home.
Yes.
Who's a Neanderthal?
The people who leave their rubbish around. Just lazy.
Yeah, I genuinely wasn't expecting that. I thought it was going to be some little shoddy car park with not many people here, and it's actually a proper National Trust owned area, and it's supposedly going to get very, very busy, so I can see why. This is nice. Alright, this is the first turning point. We're going to do the reservoir, so
On the way.
might as well. A nice little detour to the reservoir there. We're now going to a waterfall, which I'm excited about because this is what looks pretty gorgeous. Which side do we go on? We go on the nice side of the river. It's not a huge river to cross if we have to. I keep coming across a lot of these no barbecue signs, so if you're thinking of coming here for a nice barbecue and a piss up, it's not happening. I'm here in Spain right now, and yeah, some of these Spanish Sierras, very nice. I see this in pretty much every video I make now, but I don't feel like I'm in the UK again, which is great. That's the feeling I want when I go on one of these hikes.
Yeah, feel like you're somewhere else without paying the price.
So at this point, you have two options. We can either stick to the main path, which we will do, or go this way and check out the waterfalls. We're going to check out the waterfalls and then come back. This is pretty. Watch out for uneven rocky surfaces because this waterfall hike definitely has them. Freaking mountain goat over here. Here we go. Mordor if it was sunny. So I've seen videos of that waterfall where it's absolutely gushing over the sides.
Yeah.
It's not doing that today.
Well, we've had no rain for how long?
We haven't had rainfall for a while. Yeah, it's been a while. So if you come here after it's rained a few days, you'll get what I saw in some of the other videos, but right now it's quite, yeah, timid. Everyone here seems really friendly.
Yeah, they do.
Not just me. I've been on a lot of hikes. A lot of people don't talk here. Everyone's just friendly. I like it. I think maybe because the sun's out. Oh, fancy seeing you here on the same day.
Oh, at the same time, look at that.
We're now we've come back to where the trail split. You can go in a loop. We've decided to come back and go this way because this looks nice. Right, tourist. Oh. Joking.
Hang on.
Yeah, so coming through Church Stretton, I've been through Church Stretton many times, but we actually have to drive through it a little bit to get here, and it's well nice. I think I found a new place I want to live.
Look at us.
Yeah.
You're one of us home.
Especially when this is in your back garden.
Yeah.
We live in Scrub Town in the middle of Wales, so it's a scrubby little Welsh town.
I've got the there it is.
A lot of sheep up here. Apparently it's grazing season, so it's so barren up here as well. Alright, so we are currently at the top of the trail. We're on top of the hills. You got a nice view of the valley over there, Shropshire. A few people behind us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking for wild horses, or just horses. They might not be wild. Couldn't have picked a better day for this. Well, apparently there's another car park up here. I don't know how you get to it, but
Fire
Alright, so those were wild ponies. Apparently they are looked after in the winter periods, but they're left to come out here during the summer on their own, so they're kind of, I don't know, half wild, half not. I don't know much about it. I don't know what the right term or phrase is, but yeah, pretty cool to see. They're happy just munching away on grass up there. A supposed halfway point, I'm not sure. Okay, you can see everything. That's impressive.
This way you can see all the counties.
We're 517 meters above sea level, and you get this huge map of all the places around you. Alright, so this is confusing as hell. There's a sign that points in all sorts of different directions. That's it. Doesn't tell you which one goes where. It's just, yeah. So we've just added, we went about a kilometre that way, realised we were going the wrong way, and then had to come back and realised this is the turning point. But how do you know? Do I go that way or that way? Very confusing. That is not cool. National Trust. Look at this majestic pony. Make sure you follow these red arrows. That is the Burway loop that we're doing, apart from that one stupid sign in the middle that pointed in 4 different directions and confused the hell out of us. But other than that, whew. Second half of this walk is actually just as nice as the first, only instead of going up, you're coming down. This is a lot more greener, I'd say. A bit more vegetation, some nice trees, and obviously a little bit rough on your feet. Wear the right socks, unlike me. That's the top of the valley we've just come down. Slowly working our way back down. What I find interesting, right, is how each side of this hill is different. Like that side of the hill, right, felt a bit more desert-like, whereas this feels a little bit more tropical, a bit greener on this side.
This is
Return of our favourite plane. We are coming to the end of this trail now. I have to say I was very pleasantly surprised. I actually had quite low expectations, I'm not gonna lie. It did look nice on the TikToks I saw, and I thought, okay, cool, that'll be nice. But it was actually way better than I expected it to be, going up and coming down. The top middle point of the walk's not the best, it's a bit barren up there, but whatever, everything else makes up for it. I thought the waterfall would be a bit more gushy. I thought there'd be more water, but then it's not rained for a couple of weeks here, I don't think so. I would like to do the loop the other way round next time.
Now we know where we're going.
Yeah, now we know where we're going because we got lost earlier. That's the National Trust's fault for not signposting it as well as they should have done. All in all, if you're thinking of coming visiting Cardingmill Valley, I highly recommend, yes, do it. Any extra thoughts?
I completely agree. You should definitely come, but obviously the normal thing is come in the fucking morning.
Yeah, come in the morning. I'm looking forward to seeing how full the car park is.
Wear appropriate footwear.
Yes, and
There's the car park.
okay, there's the car park. Yeah, it's pretty full. The car park's a lot bigger than I thought.
Yep.
Like you can see all these families down here. Yeah, it looks like this place gets pretty popular. So just for reference, it's about, what, 1 o'clock here?
1:15.
1:15, and it's a very nice day. To be honest, it looks like a lot of people don't come here for the walk. They just come to sit by the stream.
Yeah, I can see that. So
Like all of those people brought furniture specifically to sit out here. So
because they're setting that up when we turned up.
yeah. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one.